Of course, still in the news, the national president of the Miyetti Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, Baba, says the country spends around $1.7 billion yearly in importing milk. He also called on the federal government to pay more attention to the dairy industry through budgetary allocations. The leader added that if the sector received the attention it deserves, the nation could become a major hub for milk exports and other value chains in the livestock industry. He also highlighted that the current state of the cattle business in the country is making a modest contribution to stimulating the economy. He also said that with the right focus, the sector has the potential to significantly boost the agricultural gross domestic product, GDP. And of course, joining me right now is Temi Adegboroye, Managing Partner, Sahel Consulting, who joins in from Nigeria. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot for having me.
All right, Temi, let's talk about some animal husbandry experts saying that the weather in sub-Saharan Africa does not favor large milk production. Is there substance to this?
Thanks a lot. Well, yeah, I mean, I do not totally agree with that. Of course, weather in temperate countries, supports dairy production a lot more than, our temperate climate or weather as it may be. So I do not totally agree with it. Although there have been cases of drought, cases of flooding due to the effects of climate change. But we are here to really, I think the focus here is that we're here to really maximize our current resources to basically, improve farming practices, really ensure that we are deploying, improved farming methods. The primary challenge here is the archaic dairy management practices that farmers still adopt. And we need to really move from traditional cattle management practices to more efficient, business-oriented management practices. Farmers really do not, I don't think farmers need 100 unproductive cows in their herd. But I think they need maybe 10, 15 productive cows, because you don't necessarily need 100 unproductive cows that you can't feed, you can't cater for. So you need fewer that you can actually feed, you can cater to. And of course, ensuring that you're able to guarantee income and guarantee, higher milk production. And then it can only be achieved by really deploying productivity improvement, activities around breeding, such as artificial insemination, ensuring there is better access to dairy cattle nutrition, and ensuring better access to animal health care.
All right, now let's consider the statement credited to the Miyetti Association mentioning that Nigeria has the largest population of livestock compared to neighboring countries. Now, yet Nigeria produces lesser milk. How can this be changed?
Thanks very much. I think that's correct. As last time I checked, we have the fourth largest cattle population in Africa, about 20 million thereabouts cows. We have only about 2 million of those really that are producing milk. We have about 2 million dairy cows. So that shows that there's a lot of gap. And the average milk yield of a cow per day in Nigeria is about 1.5 liters per cow per day, compared, of course, to about 20 liters or 15 or even 30 liters and 40-something liters in the other parts of the world. And yeah, definitely we can change that. And that's really one of the pillars of the work we've been doing for about 7 years now under the Advancing Local Dairy Development in Nigeria program, ALDIN. The Advancing Local Dairy Development in Nigeria program is supported by the Bill and Gates Foundation, and we're doing a lot of work with various stakeholders at the national level, also at the sub-national community level, to really ensure that we have a dairy sector that we can all be proud of. And it's really very simple. It's a processor-led model sort of intervention where we are identifying private sector companies who are investing in dairy processing, and who are also investing a lot of resources in backward integration, working with smallholder dairy producers at the community level to strengthen the supply chain by linking those farmers into the formal milk value chain, That would address a number of challenges. It address the issues around access to fresh milk by these processors, so we reduce our dairy powder imports in Nigeria, but also it would address issues around increased household income for those farmers at the community level, really, and also even address issues around insecurity and movement of cattle all over the country.
Okay, now before I let you go, has the private sector shown interest in investing in the sector, or are you working towards attracting local and foreign investors to help boost this particular, of course, sector of interest?
No, definitely. There's been a lot of interest and investment in the private sector. This is a very growing sector. Before we started our work in the dairy space about 7 years ago, it didn't really receive a lot of attention. But between that time and now, I can tell you that there are quite a number of private investors that have actually invested massively in this sector. Under the housing program, we're currently working with a number of processors. We have the L&Z, the Integrated Dairy Farm in Kano, that have invested a lot in uptaking fresh milk from farmers, and they have a massive factory there. We have several international farms in Adamawa State collecting fresh milk from farmers in both Adamawa and Taraba. And Seburi just launched, I think, the largest dairy processing factory in Nigeria, maybe West Africa, last year. We have Ideal Integrated Dairies Limited that produces the farm fresh yogurt, and they are operating outside of Plateau State. We're also providing support to Ideal. We have Search Foods in Zaria, Kaduna, and we have a number of multinational companies that have also invested in dairy processing. So in a nutshell, there's a lot of interest from the private sector. And what we need to do better to make sure that we have the right environment, enabling environment around policy to make sure that these private sector organizations can actually, make the best return on investment.
All right.
And that's what we're trying to do also on the program.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Temi.
Thank you so much.